When it comes to sales performance, pipeline is a very critical component. Certainly, we want to look at the pipeline, how much pipeline is being generated as a future predictor of future results. But there are three key signs that might make your pipeline look healthier than it really is. So let's talk about those three things. The first thing is the size of your pipeline. Naturally, if you want to sell more, you need a bigger pipeline. And there's plenty of old school sales advice out there that says pipeline is everything. The more pipeline you have, the more chances you have, the more success you're going to have in sales. And to some extent, that is true. But size of the pipeline doesn't necessarily translate to sales success, because the size of your pipeline and how big it needs to be is really a product of your win rate. So if you have a lower win rate, you need a much higher multiple in the size of your pipeline. If you are better at closing and you have a higher win rate than another rep or another team, then your pipeline doesn't necessarily need to be as big. So on the surface, size, while important, it really depends on your win rate. I think naturally teams are underestimating how much pipeline they really need because their win rates are so low. The second thing that is a sign to watch out for when thinking your pipeline is healthy, but it isn't, is the stage movement of your opportunities or of your deals. Certainly, the feeling of moving an opportunity or deal from one stage to the next, it's a great feeling internally. And as you look across your pipeline and you see more deals moving to stages later in the CRM or in our sales process, we automatically equate that as being a good thing. But we have to remember what's actually happening on the buyer side. And just because we move an opportunity from one stage to the next doesn't necessarily mean that is aligned to the buyer's buying process. So this could also be a little bit of a false hope in the sense of, hey, I'm moving deals through to these stages. I think they're progressing. I think they're ultimately going to close, when in reality, they're not moving at all on the buyer side. And that's why we developed the deal progress system, because it's meant to check the health of the deal at all stages. Number three sign that your pipeline could be fooling you is the length of time your deals are open. Certainly, you need to understand what your average sales cycle is, how long it typically takes for an opportunity or deal to be created all the way in the average time it takes to close one them. But be careful on keeping opportunities open too long. I think it's natural for us to hang on to things. It's natural for us to think we're growing our pipeline by holding on to these things that might come in or could come in or that we wish will come in. But certainly you have to be honest with, have we already lost this to indecision? So to recap, the three things that could be fooling you that your pipeline is healthy but isn't is the overall size of your pipeline. Remember, size depends on win rate. Number two, stage movement. Just because we're moving things internally does not mean that the buyer is moving through their buying process. And number three, the length of time our deals are open. We have to get real with how long is an acceptable time to leave a deal open, or when is it time to realize that we've lost to indecision for the time being.